Hey guys, this is Alex Movie and Video Game Corner 2001 here, and today I'm going to be doing a short film review. So this short film review, I'm going to be reviewing a 1986 animated short film that was made by Disney Pixar. In this short film, there's a remastered version was released in theaters in 1999 in front of Toy Story 2, and that is Luxo Jr. So the plot of Luxo Jr. got this big lamp named Luxo Sr. He rolls the ball to Luxo Sr., and then Luxo Sr. saw the ball, and then Luxo Sr. rolls the ball to a little lamp named Luxo Jr., and then he rolls the ball again, and then Luxo Jr. was very, very annoying again, and then Luxo Sr. rolls the ball again, and then Luxo Jr. rolls the ball to block into the wall, and then later on, got this little lamp named Luxo Jr., just like on the title, just like in Pixar Animation Studios logos from 1995 to present, just like in the beginning of the Pixar movies. And then later on, Luxo Jr. was not playing the ball correctly. Luxo Sr. was very getting annoying. And then later on, Luxo Jr. accidentally squished the ball, deflating, just like on a deflating ball, like a Play-Doh. And then later on, Luxo Jr. rolls deflating ball like a pancake. And then Luxo Jr. gets upset from his Luxo Sr. was getting very annoying. And then the short film ends, and then Luxo Jr. brings the bigger beach ball and then play with his bigger beach ball for this time. So that's for the plot for this short film. So what do I think of it? I think Luxo Jr. was an awesome Pixar animated short film from 1986. Luxo Jr. won an Oscar Academy Award for nominated short film from 1986, premiered in 1986, and later 10 years on the 1996 VHS of Tiny Toy Stories. This one has short film on it. This one has a short film on this VHS. And then 3 years later, it was released. There's a remastered. And then 3 years later, there's a remastered version was released on November 24th, 1999, in theaters in front of Toy Story 2. The music is good, the animation's good, screenplay's good, layout's good, story's good, and the colors are pretty good. Well, you guys been wondering, Alex Movie and Video Game Corner 2001. Have you seen this short film in theaters along with Toy Story 2 back in 1999? And the answer to that question is no. I have not seen this short film in theaters along with Toy Story 2 back in 1999 because I was not alive in 1999 because I was born in 2001. Well, you guys been wondering, Alex Movie and Video Game Corner 2001. Will you recommend Luxo Jr. to our friend? And the answer to that question is yes. I highly recommend Luxo Jr. to our friend, that was an awesome Pixar animated short film from 1986. I have my 2007 DVD of Pixar short films. I have my 2007 DVD of Pixar short films collection volume 1. If you want to go see it, check it out. Well, you guys been wondering, Alex Movie and Video Game Corner 2001. What will you rate Luxo Jr.? I'll rate Luxo Jr. 10 out of 10 stars. That was an awesome Pixar animated short film from 1986. Premiered in 1986, then 10 years later on the 1996 VHS of Tiny Toy Stories. This one has a short film on this VHS, part its 10th anniversary. And then 3 years later, there's a remastered version was released on November 24th, and there's a remastered version was released on November 24th, 1999, in theaters in front of Toy Story 2. Well, thank you guys. Well, that's it, guys. So that's my short film review on Luxo Jr. Goodbye, everybody. From me, Alex Movie and Video Game Corner 2001, for me saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for Alex Movie and Video Game Corner 2001.